Agriculture in the peripheries of Bengaluru used to be about cultivating food crops like paddy, ragi, and jowar. As Bengaluru city rapidly expanded to its peripheries, the choice of crop made by farmers changed into exotic vegetables, fruits, flowers, and fodder for milk cattle. One of the major shifts in the growing of Mexican grass for lawns in some parts of peri-urban Bengaluru, especially in northern Bengaluru. Plantations of eucalyptus as well as fields with ragi and fodder, which were once a common sight, now disappeared to make way for these manicure grass sheets. Lawns have become symbols of luxury. They are generally an unavoidable part of parks, gardens, sports fields, and many other establishments. While wealthy use it to play golf, urban poor use it for afternoon siesta. So let's look at how is the lawn grass produced and what are its impact. To begin with, one needs a patch of land to grow the grass. The present trend is to take land on lease from large holders for an annual rent of 60,000 rupees an acre, if the land has borewell. If the leasee has to dig a borewell or source water from elsewhere, he would have to pay a sum of 40,000 rupees. Large sums of money is spent on pumping out water that is deep beneath the ground. Each farm usually has one or two borewells. This grass requires water every single day without fail, except in monsoon. The next step is to import soil for production. This is taken on by farmers whose land has less fertile soil. Top fertile soil with moisture holding capacity is required for good growth of grass. Sources of soil are either excavated layouts or nearby lake beds. Soon after the soil arrives in trucks, lands on which lawn has to be grown would have to be prepared. A badly prepared lawn cannot be rectified later. For this, the land is cleared of trees, shrubs, and bushes. Synthetic nutrients are mixed in the soil to make it richer. This is followed by leveling the ground for planting the grass slips. For the first time planting, either seeds or grass slips are purchased from the nursery and evenly planted. Again, chemical fertilizers are applied to ensure good growth of grass. Additionally, pesticides are spread to prevent insects and weedicides to avoid weeds. Despite this, the weeds have to be manually plucked out regularly until the harvest. Lawn grass demands garden labor for planting, manuring, weeding, edging, scarifying, mowing, rolling, and watering on regular basis. The activities continue around the year in cycle of 3 to 4 months duration. This would mean that women have work throughout the year. This they claim is a boon compared to other harder and low-paying jobs. The grass for subsequent planting is procured from existing lawn and cut into even pieces with the help of a machine followed by planting. It takes around 3 to 4 months for lawn to be completely ready for harvest. The harvested sheets are cut in rectangular shaped sod along with the 2 inches of topsoil every time. Thus, the soil begins to deplete after 3 or 4 harvests. Hence, every year farmer has to replenish the soil. The demand for lawn is high in neighboring states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh apart from Bengaluru. Buyers visit the lawn sites and purchase large volumes at a rate between 10 to 12 rupees per square foot. The lawn grass farms require an initial investment of 2 lakh rupees an acre, including land lease charges, if any, setting up of irrigation facility, buying equipments, etc. If we compare the costs and income of lawn cultivation to that of ragi, which is otherwise preferred by farmers, the cost to produce an acre of ragi would be around 4,000 rupees, whereas the cost to grow an acre of lawn is around 2 lakh rupees. With respect to the income received, an acre of ragi will fetch a gross income of rupees 19,000, whereas an acre of lawn fetches an income of rupees 4,50,000 per harvest. It's not only local water and soil resources that are being affected by lawn cultivation. But food production and traditional food patterns are also being traded off for short-term economic benefits. Ignorance is of course bliss, that the apparently soothing greenery often comes at the cost of fertile topsoil and water in agricultural lands. And these carpets may just be green deserts in reality, are facts conveniently overlooked. Despite the chemicals and sewage water dumped in, lawns are loved spaces. Youngsters hold parties, children play, elderly walk, and pets run around. Lawns can be established by simply putting grass slips, but this takes time to establish and spread a uniform green cover over the soil. Urban impatience, affluence, and indifference towards the impact of their actions on others and other landscapes ensure demand for this quick but extractive green carpeting. It is but another story of development, deceptively green.